Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well, and for today's videos I'm testing Marvel Rivals. So for the first part I'm going to use maximum settings, DLSS at quality preset, no sharpening at all, even though sharpening in this game is actually very good, low latency mode is enabled, and all the graphics submenus are completely maxed out. Now for the gameplay I decided to use a quick match feature, which I'm not entirely sure, it's like 6 versus 6 or something like that. And also I'll reset my statistics of average, minimum 1% and 0% loss after each death, because when you die you get this massive stutter or FPS spike, and yeah, all those statistics gets basically ruined. So for gameplay FPS, I decided to reset after each death. Now as you can see, it's obviously very GPU demanding. On 4K resolution with completely maxed out graphics, yeah, my 3090 is getting pummeled hard. But in my case at least, it doesn't stutter. There is really no FPS drop, significant at least. And yeah, general experience is actually pretty good, at least for me. And with Nvidia Reflex, the input latency is also pretty good actually. So even though it's in 60 FPS range, somewhere in there, I really wouldn't have any issues playing like this. Or if I was a little bit more serious, I would use low settings, which you'll see soon. Of course, keep in mind that if you intend to compare with other YouTube results, keep in mind that it's still an online game, so the map rotation and player locations are constantly changing, and it's most likely going to be different. So there's definitely some variables at play, but for general comparisons, I think it should be okay.
I'll patch you up.
Your hours are mine!
I would feed for the day.
This day we prove ourselves worthy. And choices have bad consequences.
It's the grand finale!
Twigs all grown up.
It's okay. You need me.
And finally, for the low settings gameplay, I used TAAU, which is I think some kind of integrated Unreal Engine 5 upscaler, and render scaling was set at 50%, which makes it 1080p. I left Nvidia Reflex enabled, and all the quality settings are reduced as much as possible. And with minimum settings, at basically effectively 1080p resolution, the FPS is actually pretty decent, I guess. Especially frame times. I noticed that, at least on my gameplay, the frame times are actually pretty good. And I also checked on other people's scores and FPS, and they seem to struggle a little bit more. So I highly suspect that my optimized RAM with disabled SMT configuration on my CPU is giving me quite a decent advantage there. So overall, at least in my case with my configuration, the frame times are pretty smooth. It's very GPU demanding, but with low settings it gets a lot better. And of course, as you can see, I'm not really into these hero shooters, so yeah, my gameplay is probably going to suck. But anyways, I think it was at least helpful for you, maybe somewhat entertaining. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll leave you to the gameplay and see you next time. Bye bye for now.
Oh, thought you had me.
Guide my spear! back.
not look happy. Each element
Maximum pulse!
Tony, you gotta give me one of those suits.
Chaos always prevails.
Oh, did you see that?
The golden Avenger has fallen.
Oh, did you see that? One blast!
Can I face us?
Pulse charge, fire!
Tony, you gotta give me one of
Only
those
60
suits.
seconds left.
Did you see that? Oh, they do not. Oh, sweet moves, right?
Tremble before blast!
We're gonna do this. It needs to be now.
Find that soul. The final 10 seconds. Us against the world.
Maximum pulse!
Take a victory,